10 of your not typical summer fragrances video coming right up. So stay tuned. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. In today's video, I have a 10 not your typical summer fragrances, not the fragrances you usually go for to wear summer times. At the most part, but let me just tell you this. These 10 fragrances behind me that I'm about to show you, they work perfectly for the upcoming summertime. So let's just not make this video way too long and let's go with my number 10. Actually, I lied. My number 10 is a pretty summery fragrance just because it's very minty fresh with a little bit of a spicy undertone. I personally love it. I'm talking about Maher Legacy by Latafa. This is a dupe of Sedley by Parfum de Marly. It is in fact my scent of the day, and I just came back from a poke place for lunch and the line was long, and the two ladies in front of me, they were like nurses with their scrubs, wearing their scrubs, so I assume they're nurses. They were talking in front of me about somebody smelling really good. I was just right behind them and I was projecting, and I can tell that it was me, but they really wanted to look behind them, but they were shy. So, but they just peeked a little bit of, like, you know, that little eye peek. And that just happened to me like an hour ago with Maher Legacy by Latafa Perfume. So if you love Sedley by Parfum de Marly, but you just don't want to drop like a $350 for a bottle of Sedley, seriously, $28 from Latafa by Maher Legacy will do you justice. This fragrance really projects. Is it your typical summer fragrance? Yes, it is. It's very summery, but I'm pretty sure not a lot of people know about it. And a lot of people would go for the Sedley, which is a great fragrance as well. I love it personally. But Maher Legacy would definitely save you some dough. The next one up, it's a beautiful scent. Well, so we went cheap. This time we're just gonna go expensive. This one is beautiful. I've been having this bottle for the longest time and I almost ran out just because I used to wear this fragrance a lot back in the day, and I really need to wear it again. I sprayed a little bit of it on my wrist just to remind myself of how beautiful the opening again just before this video, and I was like, man, I really miss this fragrance a lot. And I'm talking about Mon Jardin d'Hiver by Histoire d'Eau. Again, this is a niche fragrance, so you're gonna drop at least $200 for a very fresh but different type of a scent that doesn't last too long. Again, it doesn't last too long, so the performance of this fragrance right here is not the bestest, but the smell, the smell again is effing crazy. Crazy. If you love bitter oranges and fragrances, this one is very bittery. And I just love the bitterness of the bitter orange in here, mixed up with a lot of citruses and lavender. So this fragrance comes across very fresh but fougere-like. And if you are looking for a different, very modernized fougere type of a very fresh scent, this is the fragrance for you. At first, when you first spray it on, it's gonna come across very fresh, very spicy at the same time. Did I mention it's got a lot of benzoin here as well? Yes, it does. But once you dive into it and just smell it, that really smell how this fragrance smells like, dude, this fragrance is crazy good. I'm telling you. Mon Jardin d'Hiver by Histoire d'Eau. If you are really looking for a very fougere but modernized, very fresh scent for the summer, try this one out. Just get a decant or something. Be aware, again, this one doesn't last the longest, but the smell is just crazy. All right, let's just go with the beast mode this time, because why not? Summertime, sometimes you just need your beast modes, okay? But this beast mode right here would definitely get you a lot of compliments. And I'm talking about Gisada, the original, or the first one, Ambassador. This one right here smells like a lot of Dior Sauvage with a lot of fruits. It kind of reminds me like between Invictus in a way and Dior Sauvage, and it smells amazing. This one gets a lot of compliments. A couple of sprays, that's all you need, bro. And trust me, you will get compliments with this one. People would smell you from the moon. I'm telling you, from the moon, like you just go to the moon and people would, somebody smells good. That's Gisada Ambassador. That's how strong this fragrance is. I'm not even kidding. So you're just gonna have to be careful with the amount of sprays because you just don't wanna choke people out. But with the right amount of sprays, dude, you're set. Seriously, you're set. Talk and get me thirsty. The next one up, it's different, bro. It is different, but good. Another cheapie, but goodie. From the house of Rasasi, and I'm talking about Intiba or Intiba. Doesn't matter how you pronounce it, but it calls Intiba or Intiba. Again, if you just want to call it that way, if you don't speak Arabic. So this fragrance, it's very sweet, very fruity, very sexy on top, and then it dries down into a Silver Mountain Water type of a fragrance. So if you love Silver Mountain Water by Creed and you just wanted something plummy on top, very sweet, very sexy, try this one out. This one definitely gets compliments. Intiba or Intiba by Rasasi, it's a very good one. Just gonna be careful with the amount of sprays as well. It doesn't last the longest, but for the first 2 hours when this fragrance really projects with the plum note, so you're gonna have to love plum. I love plum in fragrances. So you're just gonna enjoy this fragrance a lot, especially for the first couple of hours or so. Intiba or Intiba by Rasasi definitely would get you some attention. The next one up, it's a fragrance. A lot of people would say, that's not for the summer. That's not for men. That's not for this. That's not for that. Let me just tell you this. This one, and I'm talking about Soleil Neige by Tom Ford, would work perfectly, perfectly for the summertime. I'm telling you, even though it says neige on the title, neige, that means snow in French, but it's very much effervescent, very much aromatic type of a scent just because of the amount of floral, white floral aspect in it. It's got a lot of citruses, it's got a lot of orange blossoms, got a lot of white florals with a bit of spicy benzoin, which just adds a little bit of some sweetness, but spicy goodness, sweetness. I just love benzoin in fragrances and just makes this fragrance very sexy, very, very sexy. Again, the performance of this one is not a shouter. That's why I'm telling you, wear it summertime, springtime, and just thank me later. Seriously, this one gets sexy. On a woman, very sexy. On a man, extremely sexy. Just try this one out. Oh my God, one of my favorite Tom Ford. A truly slept on fragrance, Soleil Neige by Tom Ford. Try it out. Let's go with another one. So this is a very fresh, a lot of freshness in it, but different fresh. Okay, you're gonna have to love tart, and I'm talking about passion fruit. I love passion fruit, dude. Literally, seriously, passion fruit is just something I really enjoy. I'm just like thinking of passion fruit and smelling this fragrance. My mouth is watering right now. I really need some passion fruit drink. Really, I do enjoy passion fruit in like juices and stuff. Oh my God, my favorite. Not for everybody though. Not a lot of people love passion fruit. That's why this one, Figuilla, 1833, Patagonia, Humboldt, you're just gonna have to try before you buy, especially that it is a niche fragrance, not for everybody. But if you love juicy, very realistic passion fruit smell, you can even taste it once you smell it. That's the fragrance for you. It's very fresh. It's very different fresh. It's got a lot of mandarin orange as well. Mandarin orange kind of like leans a little bit passion fruity. That's why I find the mandarin orange and the passion fruit goes along side by side very harmoniously well together in this fragrance. The mandarin orange gives it a little bit sweetness into it from the mandarin orange again, and the passion fruit gives it a lot of tartness. So imagine a sweet ripe mandarin orange with a very tart realistic passion fruit, and a lot of citruses here as well, but the citruses, they're not shining big time just because the two other notes are like huge in here, especially the passion fruit. So if you like what you hear, this is a must that you need to try out. I love it. Another one that I personally love, I love, but you're just gonna have to love violets. I personally love violets. A lot of people, especially youngsters, violet would come across to them like old or old schoolish in a way. I don't find it that way at all. I'm talking about Roberto Cavalli Uomo. So this is like violet comes across like white floral in a way, very vanillic, tonka beans, very sweet, spicy, a beautiful, beautiful scent. Very silky, velvety smooth. I just love how it makes me feel. I'm not even kidding. And it says Romo in it, which is like like a man, like for men in English, but it might come across a little bit feminine for some macho guys out there. So I personally love it. It's not your typical summer fragrance, especially that it's got like some heavier notes, but it comes across very smooth, very silky smooth that I personally enjoy it in like spring and summer, especially like in the evening or something. Oh my God, this one comes across very sexy. Try before you buy. The next one up is Gearness by Gear. This one is a very well performing summer fresh fragrance. Comes across very powdery, very floral, very citrusy fresh, very green, all the good stuff combined together to make a very well performing cloudy scent in a way, powdery scent in a way. But it works perfectly for the summer, especially for the performance. Try Gearness. It's a niche fragrance. It's a Norwegian niche fragrance. It's not overly expensive. Try it out. It's a good one. Okay? So let's just go with the last two. Let's just grab them all together. Again, these fragrances, they're not in any particular order. I was just grabbing them up randomly. Let's just go with Qaid Al-Fursan by Latafa again. Oh my God, guys. This one is very synthetic. Let me just tell you this. But for like what, $30? $30 comes across very juicy pineapple. Like, imagine you go to Hawaii and you just go into this Hawaiian mountain hikes and you just find pineapples on the side of the street, on the road or whatever. And you just pick up a pineapple and you go back home and you chop off this pineapple and it just turns out to be super sweet, organic pineapple smelling. My mouth is literally watering right now because that happened to me before. And Qaid al Fursan, it smells that juicy of a sweet pineapple. Yes, because of the pineapple note and the saffron that comes across very smoky. A lot of people would think it resembles Aventus. I would say probably not really. This one, it's very juicy, sweet pineapple, synthetic, but good pineapple. Very young, teenagey, girly in a way pineapple, just to be exact at first. But the smoky, leathery saffrons that comes with it, it just makes it totally unisex and just makes this fragrance very, extremely enjoyable. And the more this fragrance dries down, it's got some great performance as well. This one just got me some crazy compliments 2 days in a row. It was my center day yesterday and the day before. And I kid you not, within 2 days in a row, I wore this fragrance. It got me attention. Again, I hate the fact that these cheap fragrances actually get me way more notice than my expensive ones, but it is what it is. I'll take it. Okay, last but not least is Wulong Cha by Nishane. Just gonna have to love tea, okay? White florals and a lot of citruses. And all this melange combined together, it just comes across very unique, very good. I just love this. I remember the first time when I smelled this fragrance, I was at Lucky Scent Bar, West Hollywood. I was at an event long time ago, way before COVID. I forgot who was there, somebody, and they had like champagne and this and that. They had some sort of an event. One of the sales women's there at Scent Bar, I remember, we were having like a long conversations, and she was making me smell a lot of fragrances that day, and this one really stood out. I was like, whoa, this one is different, but in a good way. I really like it. So I just had to get myself a bottle shortly after this, just because I was like, Wulong Cha is just that good, guys. Different and that good. But you're just gonna have to try before you buy again, just because it's got a lot of white floral nuances in it. So it might come across feminine for you. That's why it's a little risky. I don't want you to blind buy anything. I don't condone blind buying at all. But if you enjoy the tea note, white florals, and a lot of citruses and fragrances, this one is a very good one. I really truly enjoy this one a lot, and it works perfectly for the summer time, springtime as well. It's got some good performance as well. So this is pretty much it, guys. Now it's 2:41. So I don't know, I'll try to edit that video as fast as I can. Hopefully I'm not blurping too much, so I can just edit it, wait for it to render, then just upload it on YouTube and put all the keywords and everything. That takes a long time. Then get a miniature, the thumbnail for it, and hopefully post it by 4:35. If not, so it's gonna be tomorrow then. We'll see. So for all that effort, I would appreciate a like. Please give me a like. I would also appreciate a share. Please share this video if you think your friend needs to smell different, not your typical summer fragrances video for him. So just share that video with people that you might think they will enjoy this video, and subscribe to not miss any of this guy in the future, and that notification bell right next to it, and leave me a comment down below. What is your not so typical summer fragrances that you don't think it is very summery but it works great for the summer? I would love to know. So this is pretty much it, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.